Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to review module 6 week 6. This module ends tomorrow, February 26. You will notice on the course calendar you have two discussion board posts to complete and you have a final draft to submit. I have already changed the date of the final draft submission. It's due on the 25th at the end of the day, which is today. Looking at the announcement I sent, I think I mentioned that I extended this on the 25th, so this is it right here. So you should be reading my announcement if you're not. Another point I want to make is that you have a writing process assignment which I have already reviewed, so you should check out the review. Under the assignments and contents tab, you go to writing process assignment. You have a discussion board post. What's your writing process like, which you should have completed, and if you completed it, I have already graded this. The same goes for the Davidson reading on writer's block. If you completed your post, I have already graded it. And you also have the final draft of your reading process assignment paper to turn in. If you completed the final your draft, your first draft, you should have gotten feedback comments, and I responded by giving you some notes on what you need to be aware of as you work on your final draft. So the final draft is now due today, February 25th at the end of the day. So this is not reflected here, but keep a note of that because I said that in my announcement that I was going to extend it, and I did, although I have not reflected that on the course calendar. So you should pay attention to the date and any announcement I send, because that's how you know what's any changes or updates. You can see the group project. I will talk about this in a moment. For now, I want to focus on what you need to do as we exit week 6 into week 7. For week 7, you don't have any discussion board posts to this due. However, you need to review instructions on your writing process. Following week 6, you have to work on your week 7 activities. So you'll be working on drafting your writing process paper. So the first draft is due on the 4th. So you need to turn that in. As you work on your draft, also remember that you have a group project that has been assigned. I reviewed this in week 7. It can be found under the tab for weekly readings for week 7. It's also in the assignments and projects tab. You also have the Grammar Express presentation. Although it's not due yet, I advise you to take the quiz this week. You don't want to take all the quizzes on the date that they're all due. So even though you don't have a post that is due this week, that is week 7, take a look at the presentation and attempt the quiz. There's no time, it's not timed. You just complete the quiz, and when you complete it, you post your response and I will grade it. Okay, so let's go into the other activities for the week. First is the group project that I want to discuss about. So you will notice on the announcement I posted members for each group. So there are 4 groups: Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. Now if you're placed in a group, you all have responsibilities. They are assigned group leaders, but that doesn't mean that they do all the work. I just wanted to have somebody in the group who would take the initiative to lead. We need a leader for a group project. That's the bottom line. If you don't see your name here, it means that you're not active. And if you want to be active, or if you have your reasons for not being active, you need to contact me. If I don't hear from you by the 27th, I'm going to advise you to drop the class because of your inactive status. Now, that's my coverage on the group members and what I expect, because by Monday I would make a decision. I'll finalize the group members. Now for you group who are all placed in a group, there is a group forum. Keep that in mind. This is where you post your your presentation, your recorded video in which you review the reading assigned. So there's group A, B, C, and D. Make sure you read this notice, which is for all group members. As I've reviewed in the instructions, you are to go into the Learning Modules tab, and you will go into week 7. Under week 7, the model activities, and there are no discussion board prompts. So for this week, that is, but they're model activities. So in the model activities, you will find my review of the assignment again. Then there is this will take you to Grammar Express, capitalization in grammar. There's a video recording, watch it. And this folder contains the presentation of PowerPoint and Grammar Express, including the quiz, where you can find the quiz for the Grammar Express, particularly the one that you have to complete. Know that all the quizzes are in one folder. You don't have to do all of them at one time. I strongly advise that whenever we cover one topic on the Grammar Express, then try as much as possible to do the quiz, and don't wait till all the quizzes are due before you do them all. You will be overwhelmed, trust me. Another mention that I need to disclose is that as the class progresses, you can expect the intensity to increase. So I think some of you are already feeling the pinch, especially if you're doing work. I see some struggling. I'd say it's normal. When the class began, I noticed it was too easy for you. I was giving everyone perfect scores. So now that some of you may see certain changes to the comments I've given you, because I am examining your work, and I expect that you put in more effort and creativity. I need you all to be reading instructions carefully. I repeat, read the instructions for every assignment I gave you carefully. You're not skimming through the instructions. You're not just trying to respond to the discussion board post without reviewing the instructions. You are supposed to review everything that I posted, specifically if it's in the course calendar. If you have time, you can always check out the supplementary items. So the Grammar Express, that's included. That includes activities for the week, module activities. So these are all important, and that's the way I've designed the class. Make sure that you contact your group peers. I reviewed how you can contact your group peers for the assignment. Since I reviewed that information, it's not worth it for me to review that again. So everything here you need to check out. I've tried as much as possible to be very detailed with my assignment instructions. You can take a look at the sample presentation if you want to know what I'm expecting, but it's not. You make sure you don't fall into any routine of copying everything that they said or everything they did, because it's just to give you an idea of what I'm expecting. Now there is information about how to contact your peers. Check this out if you don't know. And that's about it. Next week I will review week 8, and I'll also review week 7 and what you need to be aware of, especially after I comment on your work. Have a great weekend.